With the Scarlet and Violet era officially behind us, it's never been a better time to look back on the past and just take in what the era did for GLC as a whole. Obviously, not every set is going to be like some grandiose, insane buff to every type, but most of the time you're going to find something new to play around with from each set. Sometimes you get kind of in a trance because sets will come out and then new cards get revealed for the next set, like 2 weeks after the set comes out, right? So you can tend to get too excited on the new set and kind of forget about some of the cards in the previous sets. That's kind of what I want to cover today. Is I want to give you one card that I feel is underrated from every single Scarlet and Violet era set. Before we start, I want to go over what I mean by underrated. And it's not that, oh, this card is just never seeing play. Some of the cards that I want to talk about do see a lot of play. It's just I don't believe that their play is proportionate to how strong they are. So, like, some cards are just objectively good, and then some cards are just, underrated in the sense that nobody actually does really play them, but I think people should start. It's very variable. First up, we have Penny from Scarlet and Violet base set. Now, Penny does see play mainly in control-y decks, being able to pick up a basic. It's very beneficial for those decks to loop them, think about Regigigas and Snorlax, like the Registall deck they used to see play a while back. Now, currently in GLC, we're kind of seeing RDT run a little rampant right now, and that is really just because it's fresh off the wind. It's a hot new deck, it's utilizing fighting's new buffs, but it's also a very strong and consistent in-your-face basic mash deck, right? Now, one of the basics in that deck is Blood Moon Ursaluna, whose battle-hardened ability says that when you play it down from your hand, you may attach 2 energy from your hand to it, right? This means that you can set up Ursaluna in 1 turn if you have the 3 energy in hand by just doing the battle-hardened ability for 2, manual for the last. With Penny, that means that if Ursaluna is damaged, with all the energy on it still, you can use Penny to pick it up, reset its HP, put it back down, and then put everything back down on it immediately, same turn. Unfortunately, RDT doesn't play any HP boosting tools, but Ursaluna is already generally bulky, especially for a basic, to where it could live a hit. The other card I want to talk about in that same vein is Galarian Moltres and Dark. This is the exact same play that you can do with Ursaluna. They have the same ability, essentially. And being able to slap like Luxurious Cape and Sableye on Moltres and then have an option to reset it like that, that is really strong. Moltres just wins games. Penny is definitely a nicher card. It has difficulty finding true inclusions in the lists because it's not very flexible, but it is incredibly strong if you get it off with those power plays. For Paldea Evolved, I have Luxray with its Swelling Flash ability. This is just a stage 2 that could cheat itself into play. Not many Lightning decks are running it because Lightning isn't very diverse right now. It's kind of just spread or that's it. I know a few decks that have run this card, especially Magnezone Control. Shout out Magnezone Control. It's a very cool card, especially with the propensity that Lightning has to blow itself up and have your opponent be ahead on prizes with Magneton and Electrode. You have inherent synergies with Dynamotor to just get it up immediately, very strong to just energize it super quick. It comes in when you're behind on prizes, so Reversal Energy also works to fulfill the full cost and will linger for one of the colorless costs after you go ahead on prizes. It does damage itself, which can be a little annoying, but the fact that it can just cheat itself into play and you essentially have a 150 HP basic that's dealing 180 for 3 is very good. It's very good. From City in Flames, I have Ninetales with its Ninetailed Dance ability. This card does see play in Fire, but I genuinely think this should be in like 95% of Fire lists, if not more. This card is so cracked. It's so good. Pretty much all integral support Pokemon that are stage 1s at least are 90 HP or more. It's phenomenal being able to just get rid of them and have a huge tempo swing like that where you just negate somebody's draw engine, negate somebody's, acceleration. It's so nice. The biggest strength comes to the fact that it's damage counters and not damage, so you will snipe through bench barriers like Manaphy and Shaman. without even having to like play a Silent Lab or Hex Maniac or anything to get through them. You just do the damage through them. You could kill them if you really want to too. But yeah, Ninetales, strong snipe. Snipe is a very, very impactful thing to be doing, and Fire really needs a card like this. From 151, I have Venomoth with the Perplexing Powder attack. It's 30 damage for 1, Confusion, which is the most annoying condition in the game, and it item locks. With Force of Vitality in the format now, like, this card comes out on turn 1 and is just such a nuisance. There really isn't much more to say about it other than the fact that it's just really annoying. I mean, it's level ball searchable, which is a nice little boon, but yeah, it's straightforward obnoxiousness. From Paradox Rift, I have Crunch Time Rush Earthworm. I mean, I'm friends with somebody who plays this card religiously, and I have been shown the light. It is a very, very nice card for Metal to have. Metal is inherently an inconsistent type. It just doesn't have the pieces that other types do. Punch and Draw helps your early game so much typically, and if you ever get into that late game scenario, I mean, Crunch Time Rush is a strong attack. It's just, you know, you don't want to blitz your deck fully down just to use it. It's more of a situational thing. This is probably Metal's best lead though, in my humble opinion. There really wasn't much to go off of for Paldean Fates, so I'm just going to say TM Crisis Punch. This card does see play, especially strong with cards like the Delta traits that have either double prize taking or double attacking to use 2 Crisis Punch. You take 2 prizes at the end of the game, does 280 damage, virtually nothing is living that. Very inflexible card, however, though. You can only use it when your opponent has exactly 1 prize remaining, so it is like your last ditch effort. But many people have proven that it's a strong card and it probably should see a little more play than it does. From Temporal Forces, I have Cosmic Beatdown Behem, and before you say anything, I need you to play it before you try to say anything about it. This card solves a lot of issues that Psychic has. For starters, it has First Contact Elgem, which is just a really nice card to have in Psychic. You want Call for Family so bad in this deck. And on top of that, Behem is such a serviceable attacker, and it rewards you for setting your board up, which I think is awesome. I have had my butt saved by Behem at least 5 times, if not more, and I barely play Psychic. This card's great. It's so great. From Twilight Masquerade, I ended up settling on Lana's Aid. This card is essentially the Super Rod to Clara's Ordinary Rod. It's nice that we have the options now, and I feel like some decks play Clara when they might actually rather get back 3 Pokemon or 3 energy instead of 2 and 2. Obviously, Clara's probably the better card, in the same vein that I think Ordinary Rod is a better card than Super Rod, but it just depends on what your deck needs, really. Shrouded Fable is another really tough set to choose from because I feel like every card that was considered good has seen plenty of play and isn't underrated. So I'm going to go with Corrosive Winds Yveltal, mainly because this card kind of unlocked the idea of Dark Spread existing. It's very beneficial to have, you know, the 2 spread everywhere in that. I don't think Dark Spread is in a point where it actually is like playable and competitive yet, but we're getting there, and Yveltal was a big reason why it's going to eventually exist, hopefully. Stellar Crown is another one where it's like, you know, I just did a video on this like 1 or 2 weeks ago, so I kind of went over most of the good cards there. They're not many, but Ledian, I'm going to say it again, I love Ledian. Glittering Star Pattern, having Gust on an ability is really strong. It's not that bad, genuinely. Swift 70 for 2 is like very serviceable because of the fact that it's both Shred and also doesn't affect weakness or resistance. You might be able to cheese some KOs with it. I'd try it out. I think that if you are running double hit grass, you should especially look into Ledian because you can use Ledian to gust something in the active, and if you're buffing either one of your guys, you will take a KO and then get extra credit damage, or even another KO if they don't have a board set up, but it's unlikely that you'll get 2. Really nice to have. From Surging Sparks, I went with Dialga, Time Manipulation. It's essentially Mallow or Cypher Maniac's Code Breaking. It's a really strong attack if you lead it. You know, you don't have anything going on, you can find Crispin or DDE or Guzman Holler or whatever and try to get something online. Not only that, but it also is 160 for 3. This is essentially like a parallel to Regidrago. Drago's probably better, especially for what it's used for, but I really like Dialga, and it unlocked that psychic fighting metal kind of core that it's my favorite way to play Dragon, like by far. Shout out Chronos Downfall, shout out Time Skip, check them out on Cardboard Warriors. I love Dialga. From Prismatic Evolutions, I have Festival Lead Seeking. If you have played with this card, kudos to you, because I feel like I have never seen another soul touch it, but I love this card so much. It's essentially like Jumpluff, but you draw 4. It doesn't matter that you have to have Festival Grounds up, because 1, it's not even that bad of a stadium, and 2, your water, you have Inteleon, you have, you know, ways to find the supporters or find the card itself for free. Just play it. It's so fun. Try it. Please try it. From Journey Together, I have Butterfree with Scale Hurricane Attack. Butterfree is especially strong because both Caterpie and Metapod have the Adaptive Evolution ability, means you can cheat it out immediately without having to have, you know, previously mentioned Forest of Vitality out. Scale Hurricane is a gambler's attack. It is 60, flip 4 coins, 60 per heads. If 2 or more are heads, then you paralyze them. So if you whiff the KO and only get 2 heads, which is on average what you're probably going to get, you still get, you know, them having to deal with an uncomfortable situation. I really love this card. It is a phenomenal early game attacker, and it's definitely the best stage 2 that you could cheat out. It's better than all the other Butterfrees. It's better than all the Vivillons. Play it. I had a lot of trouble trying to find an underrated card from Destined Rivals. I was very shocked how little this set actually mattered for like everything. But I'm going to go with Marnie's Warpico, just because Dark is on the verge of getting a really big buff, and hopefully it could see some play there in the future. From Black Bolt, I'm going to say Tortuga. Although this card does see play, and I think everybody knows how cracked it is, for some reason, a lot of people just still aren't playing the card. It does so much damage. 30 per item is unprecedented. Not only that, but water is one of the best places for it to be because it has such good trainer search to find the item immediately, and it also has splash energy, and if you splash energy Tortuga, you get the fossil back too. You can loop this card. It is so strong. Finally, from White Flare, I have Hilda. I just really like these flexible offhand search cards like Horus's Tenacity, and Hilda was a really great addition because I do think having competition for that slot will make decks better overall. Searching an evolution Pokemon is always a good thing, and then searching an energy card as well is really nice. Being able to fish special energy out of your deck is very impactful. And there we have it. We have covered every Scarlet and Violet era set. That is one card from each of them. Hopefully you're able to learn, you know, or get reminded of a couple cards from these sets and might use them in some fun decks. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you for watching. Do some funny button stuff, subscribe, like, all the hoopla. I'm hoping next week or the week after will be my Phantasmal Flame set review for GLC, so keep your eye out for that. And as always, good luck with your builds.